Okay, so this is our last problem, problem number 4. So determine the flow in each of the pipes. Assume F equals to 0.02. So ito yung mga corresponding length and diameter. So nandito lang. Length and diameter of our pipes. So apat ang reservoir natin dito, apat rin ang ating pipes. So namely pipe 1, pipe 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then notice that ang mga elevations are also given for the reservoir, yung water surface ng mga reservoir, but for junction P, wala tayong information about that. So this is under case number 2. Okay, under siya sa case number 2. So, by principle, without a machine, the highest elevation supplies, the lowest elevation receives. That's why we are so sure that here, Q1 supplies while sa reservoir D, magre-receive siya. So, we have Q4. So, our problem is, hindi natin alam yung sa reservoir B and reservoir C. Mag-supply ba siya or mag-receive? So, to do that, we have to cut off a certain reservoir. So, let's say, a cut off natin class is yung reservoir B. Cut reservoir B. So, if makat siya, our Q2 will be equals to 0. And our HF2 will be equals to 0. Okay? And if our HF2 equals to 0, our P prime, again, magka-level na siya sa ating reservoir na B. Okay? Tapos, connect natin yan. So, wala siyang head loss. Tapos, i-connect ko dito. Then, dito naman. And then, dito naman for reservoir C. Then, we can see that ma-visualize na natin yung HF. Ito, meron tayong HF1. Tapos, from P prime, papunta dito, we have HF3. While this one is HF4. Okay? So, from that figure, makuha natin na ang HF1 equals to 90 minus 75. And then, HF2, diba 0 naman yan. HF3 is 75 minus 50. And then, HF4 equals to 75 minus 30. Okay. So, the answers, we have 15, 25, and then 45 meter. And then, equate natin to. Yan, eto. Then, may makuha tayong value ng Q1, Q2, and then Q3, and then Q4. So, for Q1, we have 1.0847 cubic meter per second. Q3 is 0.28586. And then Q4 is 0.0479 cubic meter per second. Now, alam natin, sure tayo that Q1 supplies, right? Because it has the highest water surface elevation. Now, let's try to compare it with Q3 and Q4. Of course, makikita natin na 0 to and then 0. So, it means to say, maliit talaga yung Q3 and Q4. But if we try to add Q3 and Q4, ang lalabas kay 0.33376. Now, it tells us that even though kahit pinagsama natin ang Q3 at saka Q4, yung supply ni Q1 na 1.087, malaki pa rin, no? Sa sum ng Q3 and Q4, sa nare-receive ng Q3 and Q4. So, ibig sabihin, yung excess, may nagre-receive din na iba, right? So, in this case, di ba na-cut off natin si Q2? So, in this case, si Q2 pala is more likely magre-receive. Kasi saan pupunta yung excess ng Q1? No? Kung i-minus natin yung 1.084 at saka ito. So, si Q2 pala is papunta sa ating reservoir B. So, therefore, reservoir B receives. Nagre-receive siya. And, kung nagre-receive si reservoir B, it means to say, yung P prime natin, which is yung graph, yung point ng when we add up the total energy sa junction, it is higher than elevation sa B para yung tubig is pumunta sa reservoir B, right? So, ito yung conclusion natin. Okay? So, in that case, we can draw here that reservoir B receives. Now, the question is for reservoir C. Kung mag-receive ba siya or mag-supply. Now, we have to read again itong conclusion natin based on our cutting off reservoir B. Si P prime daw is higher than elevation B. But look at our figure. Si elevation B na 75, higher siya sa elevation ni C. So, kung ang P prime mo is higher than elevation B, talagang higher din siya sa elevation C, right? So, therefore, makonclude din natin dito that reservoir C receives. Kasi ang junction P prime is higher than BC. Diba? Higher than elevation B. And elevation B is obviously higher than elevation C. Diba? So, automatic na, pwede na nating i-draw na this is our Q3. Okay? So, in case na yung P prime natin, ang lumabas kay lower, no? Lower than elevation B, so it means to say, si reservoir B is nagsusupply. So, we need to check kung ano ba talaga si C, mag-receive or mag-supply. Kasi pwedeng yung P natin, kung ang P prime mo is lower than B, pwedeng higher siya sa elevation C, pwede rin lower. So, it depends. So, what you have to do is, i-check mo ulit by assuming na ang i-cut mo naman is yung reservoir C. No? Pag-cut mo sa reservoir C, so ang magiging Q3 mo is 0, and then HF3 mo is 0. Then, ang gagawin mo class is yung P prime, i-level mo sa elevation 50. Tapos, i-connect mo. Ito yung kuan. Tapos, ito naman for elevation A. Then, dito naman for B. Then, dito naman for D. Then, you repeat the process. Kunin mo yung HF1, HF2, HF3, no? Then, i-compare mo yung, may makukuha kang mga values ng Q. So, you make the same process lang talaga para ma-determine mo kung mag-supply man siya or hindi. Pero, for this example, nakasave tayo ng time because of this na-infer din natin kung ano yung totoong direction ng Q3. Okay? So, now that we already know the true direction of the flow rate, pwede na nating i-compute, mag-proceed na tayo para malaman natin yung totoong values of Q in each pipe. So, we just have to erase. Kailangan natin itong i-erase para maka-start tayo ulit. So, HF okay, so i i-redraw lang natin to ay, ay. Okay, then di ba ito mag-receive, ito mag-supply, and then ito mag-receive rin, Q3. Then junction P prime natin is higher than elevation 75 pero lower than 90. So yan yung P prime, and then let's connect para makadraw tayo ng energy grid line. So ito naman is punta dyan, then ito is punta dito, and then for reservoir C, yan, then drawing tayo yung from our P prime is ito. Okay, so from P prime papunta sa elevation 90, that is our edge F1. Then from P prime hanggang dito sa elevation 75, that is our edge F2. P prime hanggang sa elevation C, edge F3. Then this is our edge F4. Edge F4. Okay? Aside from that, na yung bawat elevation na known, i-determine din natin yung difference. So, from elevation 90 hanggang elevation 50, that height is 90 minus 50. No? So, 40. Tapos, from 90 to elevation 75, 90 minus 75, that is 15. 90 minus 75, 15 meter. So, ang kulang na lang is from 90 to 30. From 90 to 30, so 90 minus 30, this height is actually 60 meters. O, 60 meters siya. Okay? And then, i-let natin class again yung HF1 as X. So, this is X. Tapos, kung 15 yung from 90 to 75, it follows that HF2 is Diba 15 to? So it follows that HF2 is 15 minus X. Then, HF3 is 40 minusan natin ng X. Then, yung HF4 is yung itong 60 minusan natin ng HF1 which is X. So, 60 minus X. Okay? Then, isulat ulit natin here. HF1, HF2, 15 minus X. HF3, 40 minus X. HF4, 60 minus X. And then, equate natin yan. So, makuha natin for X, for HF1, equate natin 12.7469 Q1 squared. So, square root natin yan. You have square root of X over 3.57028. Yan yung equal sa Q1. Then, we have sa HF2, 15 minus X equals 1548.75 Q2 squared. So, square root natin to. You'll have square root of 15 minus X over 39.35416. So, yan yung Q2 natin. And then, sa HF3, 40 minus X equals 305.9259 Q3 squared. So, square root and then square root. You have square root of 40 minus X all over 17.4907 equal siya sa Q3. Okay, and then yung Q4, you have 60 minus X equals to 19579.2593 Q4 squared. So, square root, you have square root of 60 minus X over 139.9259. So, equal siya sa Q4. Okay, so meron na tayong equations for Q's in terms of X. Now, remember, at the junction, pwede tayong makakuha ng equation. So, we know that ang magsusupply lang is Q1, the rest is mag-receive. Q2 plus Q3. Okay? So, ulitin natin, isulat. Bale, pag naisulat na natin to, we can solve for the value of X. And if alam mo na yung value ng X, pwede mo na rin kunin yung flow rate ng bawat pipe. So, I'm just copying what's written here para maging isang equation lang siya. And then, plug in sa calculator and then shift solve for X. So, ang lalabas, paki-check if same tayo, it's 3.0517. And then, after mo makuha yung X, palitan lang natin ng tutuldok to, tutuldok. Remember, this is Q1, Q2, Q3, and then Q4. So, we press equals, and then yung first na lalabas, in order na yan, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So, 0.489, while ang Q2 is 0.0878, then ang Q3 is 0.3475, then ang Q4 is 0.05393. So, lahat to in cubic meter per second. So, ito yung ating final answer for problem number 4. Okay, so ito yung last na coverage natin for the exam. Ito na din yung last topic for our CVE 111 na course. So for those of you na watch talaga ng mga videos starting from the very first hanggang dito, you can pass your notes as a proof na nanood kayo during the exam to me, so that will serve as additional points for you. Okay, so that's all. Comment lang or PM if you have any question, pero mas magandang mag-comment on the comment section directly sa video kung saan doon kayo may tanong. Okay, so thank you.